Tonight, you'll leave saying, I can't believe I didn't know that. Something that's so important, so frequent, so relevant, so much part of our lives, and yet I never knew that was true. And that is a four-letter word, rich. Ah, rich. That's something that we all pursue. It's the American dream. I want to be rich. But what is exactly the realm of rich? How do we define it? And it has a definition in monetary, but there's a human cognitive element that you have to add, because we know that just because you're rich doesn't mean that you're happy. America as a whole from 1960 till now has become 3 times richer, but we're not any more happier. So what is this pursuit of rich? What does rich mean? Now, putting the mission together in all one idea, there's wisdom. Oh, I never knew that to be true. Then there's strength. I'm going to apply that to my life, and I will make that real within me. Now comes the next phase. I will live it. I will be it. It will be part of my life. In the deeper parts of the Torah, it talks about there's the intellect, in Hebrew called seichel. Then there's the nefesh, which means your being. And then there's your body. And an extension of your body is your money. Money enables, just like your body, you want to give somebody a handkerchief. Nobody actually uses those anymore, which is a good thing. You want to give somebody a tissue? So my body could stretch out my hand, I could give you a tissue. If I had $1,000, I could buy many tissues and give them to many people. So money is an extension of our body. Rich means the following: whatever I want, I can do. In other words, there's not a blockage between my thoughts and my feelings and my actions. If I'm rich, I want pizza from a store in California. I'm going to send somebody on a Cessna, go get it, keep it hot, bring it back. I'm going to eat it. It's good. I'm rich. I went from the idea to the feeling to the action immediately. So rich, our desire to accumulate wealth is, I can positively be in this world. I, who I am, I could positively, in a good state, be in this world. Now, for all of us, we have this test that you have to think about the past and learn from your mistakes. And you definitely should plan for the future. But your life is lived on the stage of the now, right here. Sure, no question, there's a time to think about the past, review the tapes, and look at them. And there's definitely a time to plan for the future. But the majority of your life is lived in this stage right here, right now. And all of us have a choice as to whether or not we're going to be at one with the now in a positive way or in a negative way. Now, oftentimes you could say, well, if life has been bad before, it will continue to be bad, as George has had in relationships and in breakups.
I'm sorry, George.
But I don't understand. Things were going so great. What happened? Something must have happened.
It's not you. It's me.
You're giving me the it's not you, it's me routine? I invented it's not you, it's me. Nobody tells me it's them, not me. If it's anybody, it's me.
All right. George, it's you.
You're damn right it's me.
I could be addicted. It happened bad. It's happening bad now. I am stubborn because, as we said, don't bond on the negative, but the negative is always accessible. How should I attach to the world? Positive is a risk. Negative is a guaranteed. It could always be bad. So George finally goes out with a model, someone who's beautiful. But there could be a negative side.
You're not going to believe this.
Yeah,
There
let me
she
see.
is.
Let me see.
Check that out.
Whoa, you're dating this woman?
That's right.
Oh, George, you're becoming one of the glitterati.
What's that?
You know, people who glitter. She's a slick gal.
Yeah. And the amazing thing is, she eats like there's no tomorrow. I mean, I've never seen an appetite like this. Desserts, everything. I don't know how she does it.
Maybe she's bulimic.
What?
Bulimic, you know?
Kramer, she's a model.
Exactly.
Well, I have noticed she does tend to go to the bathroom right after we finish eating.
Well,
So, oh no, I'm going out with a model. But wait a minute, bad could be there. So now George is not going to take the risk of the positive, but assume the negative.
Oh, so full, huh?
Yes, full. Yeah, love to be full. Love to just sit back, loosen the old built, and digest away for hours. Let those enzymes do their work.
Will you excuse me?
Where you going?
I just need to freshen up.
You're fresh. You're very fresh. You seem very fresh to me. You're very vital. I couldn't take you any fresher.
George, I need to freshen. George? George! George!
So the idea that, no, it can't be I'm going out with a model who's beautiful and there's got to be something wrong. She's bulimic. So now you have a choice. You could look at the positive or you could look at the negative. But George, based on his past, is going to assume the negative, not give the benefit of the doubt and investigate himself what her deal is.
What are you doing in here, George?
I was just wondering what it was you wanted for dessert. How you feeling?
So the concept that all of us have this free choice. You can look at it half full, half empty. And in life, we believe that what you have is what you need. But you can look from the other side and say, nah, this is not the way it should be. It should be different. I don't accept this reality. I'm going to look at it from a negative angle. Now, so all of us, yeah, you have to work. There's no concept of taking money for free, as we said. I want to work. Now, I'm doing my part. If I do my part, then I have the faith that God will carry the rest. And what I have is what I'll need. In parentheses, we're all crazy because we complain and we have an amazing lives. Oh, this is the first time in history that we have awesome things. If we lived in 1800s, good old days, I don't think so. You want to go out in the outhouse in the middle of the night? I don't think so. We have an awesome life. If we were here, we'd appreciate everything. But we have trouble accepting this reality. Now, on a deeper level, our ability to define and to accept it is really about, I need to accept who I am. Every human being is unique, and all of us have our own tasks. And you can't switch out with anyone else. Your life is you, right here and now. So if you accept who you are, you will have the ability to be here. Now, oftentimes we have false indicators that enable us to not accept ourselves, that we should be someone else and we're not. And because we're not that person, we will never accept who we fully are. Now, George, throughout the entire mini episodes, always likes to make believe he's an architect. What does an architect mean? Because if you're playing around with protractors in grade school, you're like, wow, an architect, that's really amazing. Like, you must be really smart. So George, throughout, has a fantasy that he, in order to have positive self-esteem, is actually an architect.
I'm an architect. I'm an architect. I'm an architect.
If I'm an architect, then I'm smart. Then I could live with myself. But because I'm not an architect, I can't live with myself. But as you know, that George's fiance passes away through an unfortunate accident with envelopes. And he has to now be in charge of a scholarship, to give a scholarship to high school kids to help them advance their career. Let's see who George picks for this scholarship.
And then I received a 740 on the English achievement test.
Quick, what's your favorite animal?
I don't know. Frog?
Frog?
Well,
Frog is wrong. What do you want to do when you grow up?
I've been telling people that I'd like to be an architect.
Oh, I'll give you a scholarship because you look like me, you remind me of me, and you tell people that you want to be an architect. So now I can accept myself by having society, which I represent through the scholarship, accept you. And now he's elated and tells Jerry.
Hey, I think I may have found someone for this scholarship.
Yeah?
I'm interviewing all these annoying little overachievers. Finally, this kid walks in, Stephen Corrin, a regular guy, likes sports, watches TV.
Is he smart?
He knows how to read. And he also knows that finishing an entire book doesn't prove anything. Get this, he's into architecture.
Hey, just like you pretend to be.
Yes, with a little guidance, Stephen Corrin is going to be everything I claim to be, only for real.
So is he smart? He knows how to read, which is what George is. I'm not smart, but I know how to read. Now, if George could just say that to himself, I accept myself for who I am. I'm not great, but I accept myself, and I enable society to accept me, then I can be happy. I can live.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to introduce you to the first Susan Ross Scholar. This is Stephen Corrin. The GPA is a solid 2.0. Right in that meaty part of the curve. Not showing off, not falling behind.
George, the qualifications for this scholarship were supposed to be largely academic.
I'm sure we're all aware of the flaws and biases of standardized tests.
These aren't standardized tests. These are his grades.
So the concept here is that George believes that since he wants to be like him, therefore he's ultimately good. Of course, that never works out. He actually wants to be a city planner, and that ultimately fails. Now, here's the secret, is that in Hebrew, the word for name is shem, your name, who you are. In Hebrew, the word for there, what's there, is the word sham, shin mem, shem, shin mem. Your name is a representation of who you are. And that means who you are is where you are. In other words, you're doing your best. You have a job. You're looking out for other jobs. You're trying to save money. Once in a while, you'll take a cab, but for the most part, you take the subway. You're good. You're responsible. You keep the receipts. Maybe something will happen with them one day. But you're doing your best in where you are now. Now you have a decision. Are you going to be rich or not? What does rich mean? I am where I'm supposed to be, and everything that I have now. Oh, what about that? I want a car like that. I want a plane like that. That's not where I am. That's not where I am. That's not who I am. Let me say that again. If that's not where I'm at, I'm not at a point. Yeah, I don't like the Long Island Railroad. I would love a car service back and forth. Drive me. But that's not where I am now, so that's not who I am. And I will never be rich and happy unless I accept who I am, unless I accept my name. So in that very same episode in which George wants to find out whether or not his girlfriend is bulimic, he finds out that Kramer's mom, Kramer hasn't spoken to his mom in a while, actually is a matron, one of those people that hands out towels for some unknown reason in the bathroom. She works. So George says, she works in a bathroom? I'll have her be a spy. So Kramer, under duress with George, go. They meet Babs, who's George's mom, and they finally meet after not seeing each other for a long time.
Ma?
Cosmo!
Cosmo?
They finally found out his name, and George has to share that information.
And while I was there, I happened to pick up another juicy little nugget about our friend.
Oh, I'm ready. What?
Come on, what is it?
I got the first name.
You found out Kramer's first name?
That's right. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I've been trying to get it out of him for 10 years. What is it?
What?
Cosmo.
Cosmo?
Cosmo.
Oh, what's so funny? What? Okay, so you know the name now, huh? The cat is out of the bag. Well, I gotta hand it to you. You did a hell of a job keeping it a secret all these years.
It's not such a bad name.
Well, you know, all my life I've been running away from that name. That's why I wouldn't tell anybody. But I've been thinking about it. All this time, I'm trying not to be me. I'm afraid to face who I was. But I'm Cosmo, Jerry. I'm Cosmo Kramer. And that's who I'm going to be. From now on, I'm Cosmo.
Very deep when you think about that. You were running away from your name and now you accept who you are. That's our challenge. You want to be rich? Rich means I accept who I am, where I am now. Then I'm loving it. If someone's rich, in a theoretical sense, woo! Rick James, woo! I can do anything. I'm Rick James. I'm free. Love Dave Chappelle. I'm Rick James. I say that all the time. Like, should we buy that? I'm Rick James. Fine. I could be anything I want to be. No problem. Order more ice cream. It's all good. We're on vacation. Doesn't matter. Duty free, whatever that means. It's all good. Just buy more. Never understand that. The consequence, I can have whatever I want in the now as long as I accept who I am. And then once Cosmo finally does that, you see him now walking down the street with his mom, feeling like a real rich man.
Hi, Cosmo. Hey, Mr. Cloutworthy. How are you today? Ah, couldn't be better. Hi, Lorraine.
Hi, Cosmo.
My mom, Babs.
Hi, Mrs. Kramer.
Lorraine.
Yes, it's a fine day.
What do you say, Cosmo?
Hey, everything, my man.
Deep stuff. That is the actual picture of a rich man. We know people who are rich and they're poor because they're miserable in their lives. I walk into bagel stores, women are like, they're doing construction so early in the morning, all the dust. You're reconstructing your bathroom. Why are you complaining? All the dust, terrible. Oh, what a flight to Aruba. Oh, it was terrible. Oh, I feel bad. But the answer is you could have more. You have $1 million, you could want $1 billion. You have $1 billion, you could want $2 billion. But this form of rich is the richest you can be because you can never be more you in the now if you do it. You are you. You're never going to switch bodies. And you have the ability to be mega maximum rich by accepting who you are in the now and being positively at one with that. Who is rich? Someone that's happy with their lot. Why am I me, you're you? Why can't we switch places? We'll deal with that in a historical sense. But it's true that we're all who we are, and all of us have a choice to be rich. Rich means I'm positively at one with who I am, my name. And who I am and my name is where I am. Your name is shum, where you're at. And all of us have to resist the 21st century temptation of not being rich because American culture in advertising runs on something called perpetual inadequacy. Oh, you're happy, but you'll be happier more if you buy my product. I guess I'm not really happy. I thought pillows were fine until I realized that could be memory foam in the pillow, could remember my head. Now I hate my pillow because it doesn't remember who I am. You remember me, I was here last night. If I had a memory foam pillow, it would remember. So I'm unhappy with my pillow. I should be happy with my pillow. And I can't let commercials and invention being the mother of my necessities say, oh, I don't have that. We are all rich. We all are rich if you want to be, if you turn it on. And the key to turning that on is acceptance of who you are and where you are. Thank you guys.